Day 2, Mr. Moneybags Challenge. Love it. Who's ready for an incredible morning of learning and earning? Hope you got your coffee. Hope you got your notepad and your notes and your pen. All the things that are necessary to get yourself in a good position. Guys, this is probably one of the most valuable presentations you'll ever find on the internet. I'm not kidding you. So just going to give you guys a little bit of background on Hakob. And let's see, Emily, can we change the, there we go. I don't know if you can do it. Can you make yourself not the main speaker and me?
I'm sorry, do that? What? You are.
No, it's not. It's you. Okay. I don't know. Anyhow, that's fine. Hakob is one of the most brilliant team members that we have at KeyGlee. He was one of the founding engineers who helped us create the intake systems at KeyGlee. And for those of you that aren't familiar with my company, KeyGlee, we are the nation's largest, most voluminous, most successful wholesale operation, franchised in over 100 markets. And we rose to the top because of our capacity to build immense buyers lists. And through those lists, create foundational relationships with our investor pool so that we can do this business at the highest level possible, right? The Dispo game, guys, is the money. Never forget that. Without a buyer, you don't have a check. And I don't care how fun it is to talk to sellers. I don't care how fun it is to be on the hunt. I don't care how amazing your conversations and relationships are with your agents. All of that degrades if you don't perform. Think about it. You spend months chasing a lead, harnessing their relationship, whether that be direct to a seller or direct to an agent. You finally negotiate a contract. You get that deal under contract, and then you poop the bed. Terrible. This is the reason why the wholesale marketplace and why the industry has had such a blemish on it. The reason why realtors are so frictional with wholesalers is because of non-performance. Because we make promises and then people don't keep them. So what are the ways we keep our promises? Well, we perform. And the easiest and best way to perform is to find a buyer. Have a buyer. Now, Hakob, when did you start with us at KeyGlee?
Yeah, I started, I believe, back in 2017, 2018, basically around that time.
Right, 2017, 2018. So Hunter and Josiah had, kind of pioneered our original intake process, which was pretty basic. And what Hakob and Abe and the rest of the team were able to accomplish was build that into a robust, scalable process. And we're going to peel back the curtain for you guys today and show it to you all. Guys, this is not going to be something that you're going to have to spend money on. These are going to be techniques that you can do all for free. Who's down to learn how to find buyers and not have to spend any money doing it? Who's in for that? Yeah, right. Guys, you need all the tools, right? Privy is a fantastic tool, and it's very helpful, and it pushes us really far. It helps us find deals, helps us find buyers, but we also need to understand that we can do this stuff for free. That we don't need to have a barrier to entry. That we can get this done with just knowledge. We can get this done with just technique and process. And that's what we're here for today. That's what we're here for today. We are going to show you, peel back the curtain, show you exactly how we built our incredible buyer pool at KeyGlee, and we're going to walk you through it. Now, I wanted to do a little bit of housekeeping. We've been getting some messages, people asking about the recordings. We will be putting all of these recordings on my YouTube channel. So guys, don't worry. I really want you to take notes today, but if you have to go back and relearn anything, because Hakob's going to go and he's going to go fast. There's a lot to learn today. Okay. Just give yourself grace. It's going to feel like you're drinking from a fire hose. Every time I watch Hakob, I feel like I'm watching the movie A Beautiful Mind. It's because it's a symphony. It's a symphony of process. It's a symphony of different tools and websites and different social media platforms and different messaging parameters and KPIs and limits. Guys, if you do not follow the rules that he's going to lay out for you today, you will get banned from these platforms. Okay, they will kick you out. They will ban you. So it is so important that you pay attention to what he shares today and you take explicit notes, detailed notes, because if you get it wrong, your Facebook will be gone. Your IG will be gone. Your LinkedIn will be gone. Your Bigger Pockets profile gone. Your Connected Investors profile banned. And you don't want to get blacklisted from any of these things, right? They're super important for us to have. Secondly, I already see the thought bubbles in some of your guys' heads, and you're thinking, well, I don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to go set up a second Facebook account and a second Instagram account and a second LinkedIn account, and I'm just going to use my new account, and it should be no problem. And if it gets banned, okay. No, that's not okay, because these brand new profiles, the brand new profiles that you guys hide behind so that people don't know that you're a real estate investor because you're too afraid to come out into the world and show people that you're like doing something in your life. Yep. Those fake accounts that you guys make, they're bullshit. They're not helpful. And the algorithms for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Bigger Pockets, Connected Investors, they know that's a phishing account. They know that you're setting it up for phishing. And so they suppress your messages. So don't also waste your time, right? Don't go spend hours upon hours upon hours messaging people for messages that are never going to get seen. Guys, own this. Own the business. Own your place in the business. Do these techniques from your personal accounts. Put in your profile that you are a real estate investor. Own this. Don't hide behind fear any longer. Every time that you energize an activity with some form of fear, you get fear as the result. I promise you. For all of you guys that are there with your fake accounts, your business account, as you call it, I'm going to call it a fake account, but your business account, that's fear. The reason you do that is fear, judgment. You don't want to get judged. You don't want to be judged by the people in your industry. You don't want to be judged by your family, your friends. And it's real. I'm telling you the truth. You know it. Look deep in your heart. And if you have ever made a business account, the reason you did it was fear. And that fear probably is deep-seated in you not trusting yourself to stay consistent. Sit on that for a moment. You not trusting yourself to be consistent. Now, again, see how the numbers start to really dwindle, right? We started off 1,400 registrations, 700 people showed up today. Today, we got around 400. So the people who keep integrity with themselves fall off. They weed themselves out. It's what happens. This is the process. This is why not everybody gets it. This is why not everybody makes it. And guys, I'm not judging you for that. I'm not here telling you that you're not an amazing, fantastic, beautiful, godly person because you give up. It's okay. It's totally okay if you give up. But if you give up, understand the life you chose. Understand the financial hardship you chose. Understand that when you have a 10-year anniversary for your marriage and you can't go on that holiday and you can't buy that gift and you can't do the things that you want to do for the people in your life, you chose that. That's it. Today's information is going to blow your mind. It will change the way you think about social media It'll change the way that you interact with people. It'll change it all. And see, I see people here saying that I'm at work, but I got this in my earbuds. This is commitment. See, some people had to go to work, but some people had to go to work and they figured it out. That's commitment. That's what I'm talking about. What kind of integrity are you holding to yourself? Listen, all 420 of you here, you guys showed up. You guys showed up. So congratulate yourselves for being a bad motherfucker, because that's what you are. You show up. Now, sorry I cussed. I get passionate about this stuff, guys. I truly do. This is so meaningful to me because I know the power of this business. I know what it can do to your life. I've watched my friends, my family. I've watched them change. I look at Michelle Garabito and Paul Nelson in Greece, dancing around on the caldera of the volcano in gowns, eating breakfast in infinity pools, making $500,000 a year, flying first class all across Europe. I see that. And I know the power of this business model when applied. For people who have no knowledge of this, walking in off the street, you can do it. Every one of you can. Now, before I start, I'm going to begin this the way I would any other, and that's with a prayer. And the reason for that, guys, is I truly believe that anything and everything we want or need in our life will find its way to us through our source if we ask and step towards it. If it makes you uncomfortable, you can mute me for the next 30 seconds because we're going to do it anyways. And if you'd like to join us, here we go. Father God, we love you so much, Lord. Thank you for today. Thank you for opening all our eyes and giving us breath, for giving us the minds to connect and communicate with each other. God, we are so grateful for that. Lord, we pray that you guide each of us to your purpose for our lives, so that the steps we take are your steps, the words we speak, your words, the actions we take, your actions. God, we pray that you guide us to those individuals that'll be of benefit to us, either through a financial gain or a lesson we need to learn. And we ask that you deflect us from those individuals that'll waste our time or bring us harm. Lord, for any of our family members here that are in any need of additional understanding of the concepts that Hakob will teach today, Lord, we just pray for perfect clarity in their minds. And for any of us suffering through any physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual pain, Lord, we just pray for perfect healing in our lives. And Lord, it is with humble hearts and in your heavenly name we pray. Amen. Away we go. Guys, Hakob is going to blow your minds today. He will be cutting it at 10:50 a.m. PST. Sorry, guys, I get emotional when I do that. He is going to be cutting it at 10:50 a.m. PST. So Emily will be wrapping us off. I do have to go and get some production work done and also go and see my mommy. So in the for the rest of the morning, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to hand it over to one of the most brilliant minds in the space, one of the most handsome characters in my office, one of the most beautiful Armenians I have ever met. Hakob, take it away, bro.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jamil. I really appreciate it. And I'm really excited to see a lot of people here, about almost 500 people here. Super excited to see you all, guys, and show you some of the ways how intake and KeyGlee in general was able to scale, and we were able to get thousands and now hundreds of thousands of buyers, agents, sellers, and wholesalers all around the country. And so I'm going to be showing you a couple of platforms today, but there is a lot of them out there. You can utilize any social media out there you can imagine. It's like countless. Any social media you imagine, you can literally utilize to generate those connections, to make those connections with a lot of agents in your area, to make connections with buyers. And we used to only do agents and buyers But then we started also to make connections with sellers, and we also started to make connections with wholesalers, and we did a lot of kind of JV deals with them, or we just outright bought deals from wholesalers. So there is a wide variety of social media websites you can use. I'll be showing you the two most successful. I'll show you actually three of the most successful ones that we were able to utilize, and that helped us to basically generate. Now we're generating about more than 150,000 leads every year. So I'm super excited to show you all. Before I start though, I think the biggest connection you can really make is in events like this. And in events like this, we actually use the opportunity to connect people, to connect agents with investors, investors with sellers, sellers with buyers. So all that great stuff. So what I want you to do right now, before we begin, I would like to ask everyone to drop off their name, phone number, and the markets that you're currently buying or selling in the chat. And that way, all the other people can just copy and paste the other people's emails that are in your market and add them to your CRM and start making those connections. Those are the best ways how you can actually connect with a lot of people. Social media takes time. It's not something like done deal right away. It takes time for you to connect with people and to make that network that will allow you to connect with more people. So this is just a very good beginning. And I see a lot of people dropping off their emails, people from Arizona, Vegas, Chicago. Yeah, I lived in Chicago actually for 4 years. So glad to see you.
And guys, remember, we are going to email you all the chat. Okay. So all of you put your information there, and Emily is going to copy the entire chat, and we're going to email you the entire chat tonight.
Perfect. Yep. And that's literally all you need. Like you don't even like need to listen to what I'm saying today of the social media. If you can utilize all these emails, all these phone numbers, all these connections that you're making from the chat. Social media and all the other platforms are kind of a great way to connect with people you would never thought you would connect, and they're not part of your community. They are doing great deals all across the world, but you just don't know them. You didn't have the chance to talk to them or ever connect with them. So definitely connect to this way. The chat is still popping. Oh my gosh, we have like hundreds of people basically dropping their info, and drop it just once. And then when we send the chat to everyone, I think everyone else will be able to see your information. But this is definitely a great way to start. And just one thing actually to mention about in general, like how you treat emails and phone numbers. My rule of thumb is always, if the person did not give you the permission to email them or text them or call them, then you should not be doing that. So don't just like copy paste someone's email and send them like your deals. Definitely try to get their.
Oh no, where did Hakob go? Hold on, guys, 1 second. Let me call Hakob. Oh, there you are. What happened?
Okay, I have no idea what happened. Did I freeze? Or because it just Zoom just like closed on my computer.
Okay, perfect. We're back though. Beautiful.
Okay, yeah, what I was saying is basically just a couple of things about generally using people's emails and phone numbers. So whenever you get someone's phone number or email, make sure you have their permission to message them or to call them or to tag or to email them. Of course, people in the chat who are putting their emails and phone numbers, definitely you can go ahead and like contact them because they want you to send deals to them, or they're interested in seeing the deals that you have. And if you're interested in getting deals from them, definitely this is the way to go. But when we were doing social media and you just see people's phone numbers or emails out there, please don't try to like reach out to them without talking to them first on social media, because a lot of the times what happens that I've seen is people just send those mass emails to like hundreds, if not thousands of people. And then within days, MailChimp or whatever provider they're using just bans them because they never had permission to send those emails. Or sometimes what happens is that your emails just end up going to spam. And texting is actually, in some states, I know it's not even legal texting and calling if you don't have outright permission from the person. So definitely make sure to get the permission, make those connections on Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever you're connecting with them. And then when you connect with them, they will also kind of put a face into the number or email so they will know who is messaging them. So yeah, this is a great way to start. So I see a lot of emails and phone numbers here. So good job, everyone. And feel free to add them throughout the entire meeting. I think by the end of the meeting, we'll have like hundreds of them. So I will be able to send a chat to you. But to begin the meeting now, to actually start showing you some of those ways how I help to basically create an entire department that now works on making those connections with a lot of people out there, is using two platforms in particular, but we also use other platforms. It's just we utilize on two of them for most of the time. And those are Facebook, LinkedIn, and the other one that I'll be showing you is BiggerPockets. So I would like to start with either Facebook or LinkedIn. And I don't know like how much experience some of the people have here, but I just want to do this like quick poll just so you can guys choose if you want to start with Facebook or LinkedIn. And I'm going to do both. I just want to see which one you're more interested to see. If there are people who are going to leave from the middle of the meeting, I don't want you to miss out anything. So let's start the poll and just vote if you want to start with Facebook or LinkedIn, whichever one is more interesting, whichever one you think you want to see a little bit more about. And they're both great sources. We actually have seen really, really good success with both of the platforms. And let me actually share my screen really quick. I'm just going to show you like this one slide that basically shows the main sources of buyers that KeyGlee has. And this is just, I mean, mind-blowing of the number of kind of buyers that we were able to generate and where those buyers basically came from. So let me share my screen with you. Boom. So I believe you should be able to see the annual growth, first of all, that we had, the number of leads that we added. Back in 2018, I remember we were adding only like 11,000 a year. And when we had like more than 1,000 buyers like in a month, we were like really excited. So we went from basically 15,000 in 2019, we did about 30,000. And then from there, it was about like 45,000. And then it just exploded in 2021. Which was basically, we went all the way up to about 95,000. And this year, we're already on track to do 150,000. So it's like you can see the exponential growth that we had. And honestly, you don't need to really have, I mean, exponential growth like this. You don't have to have 100,000 people in your list. Yesterday, Brit mentioned about it, and she was really right. Like if you have just, let's say 20 good connections, like you said, you just need those good connections that you can rely on. And that's pretty much it. But having those additional buyers really helps. Sometimes when you have a deal in a specific area, it really helps to actually find a person in that area who could be potentially interested in. Let's say you're working in Arizona and you see a deal in Colorado that it's a really good deal, numbers make sense, everything is great. You just don't like know if there is anyone in Colorado you can sell it to. Well, if you have a list and if you have kind of those specific tags mentioning where each person is from, then you'll be able to go and filter out on your CRM and see, oh, I have actually someone in Colorado and I can just reach out to them. So the more buyers you have, the more wholesalers, the more connections with realtors you have, the better. But definitely making those good connections with a handful of them is really useful. And here, just not a quick slide, this shows basically the main sources of leads. So tax record research, which is definitely a game changer. It really helped us to boost our numbers, has contributed about 46% of the buyers. Brit yesterday went over that, and she basically showed us how to use Privy or some other sources to be able to find those tax record buyers. What I'll be focusing on today is this other 60, like 55% of the basically leads that we generated from sources like LinkedIn, which is our second one with 30%, Facebook with 13%, and there is a lot of other ones that we basically used to make those very good connections. So, okay, I see the poll results, and the last votes are coming in, and it looks like we have about 62% of the people wanting to see Facebook first. So we'll go over Facebook first, and then we'll do LinkedIn afterwards. And then after that, we will do the bigger pockets. So, and let me know throughout when I'm showing you, if you have any questions, feel free to put it in Q&A section, or feel free to just put it in the chat, and we'll definitely get back to you. I know that Emily will be able to read them and ask me, and feel free to ask me throughout the when I'm showing everything. If there's something that you kind of want to see at that particular moment, definitely feel free to ask me, and I believe Emily will bring it up to my attention.
Yes, I got you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. All right, so let's start from Facebook. There is a lot of different ways how you can basically find buyers, realtors, or sellers on Facebook. I know a lot of you are on Facebook. You have, you're probably part of a Facebook group. Like, if you're part of a Facebook group, actually just put a 1 on the chat. I just want to see how many people here are part of like any real estate Facebook group in your area. So even if not in your area, like I, for example, I live in Phoenix, but I'm part of a lot of groups in St. Louis, because I used to attend masterminds there, and I was interested in purchasing properties there. So I think St. Louis is like a big market that I was part of. But okay, so let's see. A lot of people have they're part of Facebook groups, and those Facebook groups actually have like literally everyone that you're basically interested in. Because when someone joins the Facebook group, they're interested in that specific topic, and the real estate investors and agents and sellers usually tend to go to those groups to actually connect with potential buyers. And a lot of buyers in those groups, of course, are interested in purchasing properties. So I'll show you how to utilize the Facebook groups to find a lot of people. That actually has helped us a lot to go through those Facebook groups. There's a lot of different strategies on Facebook groups. I'll show you a couple of them. And there is also a couple of other ways outside of Facebook groups that you can actually connect with people that are really, really useful. So let's start. I'll share my screen with you, and we can kind of go over. All right, we'll go over some of the Facebook strategies. So, okay, I hope you can see my screen. And here is basically how you do it. It's really simple. Everything is really simple. It's just like you need to constantly do this. And if you have people working for you, it's very important to train them how to basically find those groups, how to find those people, and how to implement those strategies. So what I usually do, I just go to the Facebook search area, and I search basically the city name and search some keywords that will actually indicate the type of group I'm interested in. So for example, here I have Phoenix real estate investors, for example. It's a good way to see some of those groups. And you see there is one group that I'm already part of, and then there is a lot of groups here that you can join. If you do see more, you will be able to see all of those different groups out there. A lot of those groups are real estate related. So for example, this one, Real Estate Investors Network, it has about 60,000 members. And this is not Phoenix specific. This is basically nationwide. There is some Phoenix specific ones, of course, like Phoenix Real Estate Investors, Phoenix REIA, Arizona Full-Time Real Estate Investors, a lot of those groups that you can join. The bigger the group is, of course, the better it is. And the bigger, of course, the group is, the more people you'll see that are probably in your market that you can kind of send requests to or connect with. So what I do usually, I see the group and then I click on join. And after clicking on join, a lot of those groups have to show you like a little survey that you have to fill out. Oh, it looks like this one just accepted me right away. So I'll put it on a new page and show you. But a lot of them actually ask you to fill out something. So let's see this one, join. Let's see if it's going to show me the survey. Okay, perfect. So it shows you a survey. A lot of different groups have different things that they're trying to do. So this one, for example, they're asking you if you basically saw the free basic course on Instagram. If not, please follow this person. You can just write yes. And they ask for your email address. You can just put whatever your email address is. And then it says for company, I'll do the company, and then agree to the group rules. Perfect. And you basically just submit, and boom, it goes. And then they will basically look over your request and accept it to the group. Some of those groups ask you if you're a realtor, and if you're a realtor, you have to provide like your license number. Some of them ask you to just verify through email that you basically live in that market. A lot of them are just pretty easy, pretty simple to join, but some of them have those requirements, just so you know. And this is one quick thing for you to definitely remember and not do. Don't send too many group requests at once. My rule of thumb is when you first start sending group requests, just join like 3 groups in the first day, I would say. And then I would say no more than 3 every day for the first week or 2. Because a lot of times when you join too many groups too fast and they don't accept you right away, Facebook takes it as a spam. Facebook thinks that you are trying to basically join those groups as a bot, and you're trying to like spam people in those groups. So definitely try to join no more than 3 groups every day, and no more about 3 every day for the first week or 2 weeks. Afterwards, you can go ahead and join more groups. But honestly, after the first 2 weeks, you will be part of groups that already have enough people for you to connect with. So you don't even need to join a lot of groups. And sometimes keeping it easy is the best way to go, because joining a lot of other groups will just complicate things. So I usually am part of about maybe 10, 15 groups, and some of them are really big. Some of them are like nationwide groups. So for example, this one, Real Estate Investors Group, which is like 120,000 members, but some of them are really small and local, like this one, Phoenix Real Estate Investors, which is about 3,000 members. So definitely try to keep it simple. And when you join those groups, I would usually just introduce myself, and it's actually a great way to connect with a lot of people. So for example, I just joined this group, right? I would go ahead and maybe just introduce myself and be like, hey, I'm new, or I'm a new investor. Just wanted to introduce myself. Looks like this group has a lot of spam going on, so maybe not the best. A lot of those bigger groups actually get really spammy, and over time, just people like stop posting there and stop making those connections. But smaller groups like this one, Phoenix Real Estate Investors, could be actually pretty good. So let's actually check that one pretty quickly. So yeah, you see already a lot of people posting a lot of things on this group. And sometimes you will see posts like this where people are just outright showing you, oh, I have this deal. If you're interested, just give me a call or text me. I will send you the address. That's a great way to go. I've noticed a lot of the times those posts don't get that much attention. So I would say probably just making a post that I'll show you in a different way is going to help you more to connect actually with a larger number of people. So yeah, you can see there's different posts, sometimes a lot of spam that you will see, but a lot of the times people actually post about different properties that they have that you can purchase from them, or they post about different properties that they're interested in. They might be like, oh, I'm interested in a property in this area. Let me know if you got anything. So yeah, so let's start from the easiest way of actually connecting with people. The easiest way that I found is actually going to the members area. So members is here, and all those groups actually have a public members section, which means that you should be able to see all those people in the members area. They are not private, so they're all basically people like you who join the group. There is, for example, with Facebook profiles, sometimes you cannot see people's friends, or you cannot see who follows them, but with groups, you should be able to see all of them here. What I do, and the best way to go, a lot of people would, so in contrast, what I do, a lot of people would just go to this section where like you see all the members, for example, in the new to the group. This is great. It's definitely a great way to see a lot of people who just joined the group. But I usually go to this section. Actually, let me rephrase it. When you first join those groups, definitely a great way to go to the new to the group section. Here, you will be able to see people who just joined the group like you, who don't have that many connections, and who are basically maybe just starting with in the market, or maybe they are just new to the group. What you see a lot of the times is that you see their title. So this person, for example, Justin Carpio, if you're in this group, hey, shout out to you. But if you're not, then you'll be getting some friend requests. So what you do is you basically see, okay, they do acquisitions in Relax Home Offer LLC. That's actually an amazing name. Actually, drop down like some cool LLC names that you've seen or that you have on the chat, and I'll check it out in a bit. But I've seen some really funny ones. So Relax Home Offer LLC, he works for that. So he does acquisitions for that. What I do, I just basically go ahead and send them a friend request. And they will get my friend request and they will accept it. And when they accept it, what I do, I basically go ahead and I send them a message. And this is how the message looks like. And I would say maybe send the messages throughout the day. And here another rule. So this is write down, never cross the line with this. So the rule with how many messages and how many friend requests you need to send on Facebook is the following. I usually limit the number of friend requests I send on Facebook when I just start sending them. Let's say you haven't sent it at all, or you're just starting like in a while. I send no more than about 3 to 5 every day. So I sent 3 to 5. So I would probably join all friends. Sorry, add people as my friends here on this like one screen that you see. No one else. And what I do a couple of days after that, maybe the next day if you want, or 2 days after that, I usually like keeping a day in between. I go ahead and send more requests. So throughout time, sending those friend requests, Facebook will actually realize that you're just a normal person, regular person trying to send friend requests to people. Instead of thinking that you're a bot and you're trying to scam people, just collect like a lot of friends on your Facebook account. So definitely it's a great way to start, just 3 to 5 a day, and just go for a couple of weeks. And I say, as soon as they accept your friend request, message them. Because when you message them, first of all, it will go right away to their phone. So they will be able to see your message on their messenger platform. And then when you message them, you start to create this conversation with them, and Facebook algorithms start to understand that you're actually friends and you're talking like everyone else would. So it's not like you're not doing anything spammy. So definitely make those connections, write those messages right away, and try to make a conversation. And as you do that, just keep sending friend requests to a lot of other people. There's another rule. Let me tell you about the messages. So friend requests, 3 to 5 messages. When you first start, feel free to send messages to everyone that accepts, because you will not get that many friend requests accepted right away. So it's probably going to be, if you send 5, you'll get 1 back. And then if you add like 20 in a week, you'll probably get like 5, 6. So it depends. At first, when you start, you don't get that many requests back right away. So definitely when you message them, message only about, I would say definitely no more than 15 to 20 in a day. Then when you increase the number of friend requests that you have, and just over time, you can go up to 30, but 30 is my limit. No more than 30 friend requests in a day, no more than 30 messages in a day. I try to be really conservative. I try to really be like in the 20s, in the 9s, maybe in the 10s, but I try to just keep it safe, because I don't want my personal Facebook to get banned. And I just don't want, in general, like to lose all these connections that I already had. Because if you lose your Facebook, like you're losing a lot of business, and it's sometimes really hard to get back on. They usually ban you for a couple of days, so you can't message them or friend request anyone for a couple of days. So that's not good. And then after that, what happens is they just ban your entire account, and it's so hard to get back. So definitely keep those rules, write it down, and don't send any more than 30 messages or friend requests in a day. And when I say in a day, I mean like 24 hours. So don't do like at 11 p.m. in one day, send like 30, and then at 1 a.m. send another 30. No, it should be within 24 hours. Okay, so I basically send them a friend request. And when they accept my friend request, yes.
Suzette asked, do you recommend using your personal Facebook? Should I go in there and clean up my posts and photos? It's nothing raunchy, just personal family pics and memes.
I would say absolutely don't clean anything. Keep your Facebook the way it is, because it is great for people when they accept your request or you send them a request, they're checking your account. They want to see a real person. They want to see actually like you. Actually, there's your face on the profile picture. There is a background picture probably, and then that you make a lot of posts there. So you have a lot of friends, maybe. Even if you don't have a lot of friends, don't worry about it. But you want to basically have a profile that looks legit. It looks like, oh, you're actually using your profile actively. You're actually a real person, and just, it gives you a little bit more social aspect of it. You really look like a real person instead of a bot. It shows that you have interest, and sometimes even I know we had a big discussion about this in our mastermind the other day, but even if you have political stuff on your Facebook page, leave it as it is. Just be yourself. Just post basically whatever you usually post. You can try to limit some of the stuff that you're posting, of course, if you're trying to make it more business profile and create some of those business connections. But even like you'll see a lot of people's political views on Facebook like right away. Just, I mean, I want to remind people that like you're here for the business, you're here to make connections with people, to sell, buy houses, wholesale them. So someone's political beliefs shouldn't matter when you're trying to basically buy a property from them or sell something to them. So definitely try to take it a little bit more lightly and keep on your profile just the way you want. If you don't want to make any posts about politics and you just want to keep it memes, go ahead and do that. But if you want to keep making political posts, feel free to keep doing that. So just be yourself. I think being your authentic self has always proven to be the best way to go. And if you have any people who work for you, you can, hire people to work for you and they can use their profiles. So that kind of gives you another advantage. But definitely try to have one really strong Facebook profile that has a lot of friends, that has a lot of posts, constantly makes connections with people, like people's posts, comment on them, make that so the algorithm thinks that you're actually there just to talk to your friends. And it's not like you're trying to spam someone or do anything spammy. And I know none of you want to like spam anyone. It's just like Facebook thinks that when you send too many friend requests or too many messages, they think that you're just trying to do something that's against their rules. So that's why I would say just keep it real. Any other questions, Emily, that you've seen that were common questions or?
Yeah, I'm just seeing a few about vetting cash buyers, but I was assuming you were probably going to get to that.
Sorry, vetting cash buyers?
Yeah, like vetting them to make sure.
Oh, vetting them.
And they're not just other wholesalers.
Yes, that's actually really, really a good question. I will show you that right now. So let me show you this message one quickly, and then I'll go on how I actually vet people before sending friend requests, because I do not connect with everyone. That's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to be connecting with everyone and just, because remember, you have 5,000 friends. You have, a limit of 5,000. You cannot have more than that. So you do not want to have all those friends who are basically not even related to what you're trying to do, but you want to keep it basically as close to the type of people you're looking for. Of course, family and friends, go ahead and add them. That's all good. But when you're doing like business, the type of people you connect with is really important. So I'll show you that in a second. Message. I just want to show you kind of the type of messages that I send to people. It's really simple. It's something like this. For example, with Justin, I would say, "Hey, Justin, thanks for accepting my friend request. I found you from a local real estate group, and just wanted to check if you're currently buying or selling in the area." Perfect. That's basically all you need to do. And you can add something like, "My company has a lot of off-market properties, and I would love to send them your way if you're interested." So something like this. I think something like this would definitely help you to connect with people and just like introduce yourself. It's like, "Hey, Justin, thanks for accepting my friend request. I found you from a local real estate group and just wanted to check if you're currently buying or selling in the area. My company has a lot of off-market properties and I would love to send them your way if you're interested. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Keep it short. I know this is just like 2 sentences, but this is literally what you need to send. And let me actually post this on the chat. So let me see if I can see the chat. Okay, I'm going to post this on the chat really quick so you can kind of have it as a template. And don't, okay, here's one thing. When I send this to you, definitely do not copy and paste it. You do not want, I don't want like 100 people to basically send the same message to like other people, because Facebook algorithms, what they're going to do is going to see the text that you're sending, they see the sentences and they see the phrases and words together. So you do not want to send the same message, all of you. So definitely what I would need to do, I would need to take this template and just use it as a reference for you. I want you to paraphrase it. I want you to put it in your own words. I want you to basically, and there's actually a lot of paraphrasing tools on Google. That's something also interesting you can use. There is a lot of paraphrasing tools. They're free. Just you put the text and it just spews out like a lot of different types of variations of that same text. Jarvis is one example. They're called Jasper now. That's like an artificial intelligence bot that I used before to basically generate those templates. They're really good, but make sure to put it in your own words. And when you put on your own words, also make sure you don't send that same template to everyone. Maybe send it to every other person or every third person, but have like 3 different templates that you send to people. And even if you just type it yourself, is better, because Facebook actually nowadays, they track you so well. Like they can see if you type this or if you just send this like big text like right away. So definitely I would say just paraphrase it, put it in your words, and be personal. Use their names. Like for example, here I used his name, Justin. That helps me to connect with them. Don't just be like, hey, thanks for accepting my friend request. Definitely use their name. That gives a little bit more personal like touch to it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and post it now. And here is, I'll change actually the name Justin to something like name. So you can just put the name of the person there. So here we go. Okay, this is if you have this and if you have this as a reference, definitely great way to start a conversation with people. And what I want you to do when you connect with them. Okay, did you guys get it? I think I just posted it. Can you see it?
Yes, we got it.
A lot of people say no.
Oh, wait, you sent it to host and panelists. I'll copy and paste.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will send it to everyone now. My bad. Okay, I am just sending it to everyone. Sorry for that. Okay, here we go. Okay, now everyone can see it. So, okay, good to know. So that's a template that you can use. Again, just reference to it. Don't send them same thing, because like all of you will get banned if you do it too much, or Facebook will realize you're all using the same template. So, and maybe Emily, if we're sending them like emails or the copy of the chat later, maybe if in a section we can have this, that would be definitely really useful.
I'll save it. Yes, on the side.
Perfect. Sounds good. So hopefully this is useful for you guys. This is like just the beginning. This is just like one thing, one template that you can have. Then what we do from there is when we send them a friend request, and when they accept our friend request, we message them. When they reply to our message, there will be something like this. The response will be like, yes, I am interested. And sometimes actually people just say thanks. They don't say anything. So what you do next, you'd be like something like this. If you see my chat box here, right? With Justin.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. You basically do great. What is a good email and phone number for you so I can send those deals? What is a good email and phone number for you? Or maybe something like, what is a good email and phone number to send those deals to? Something like this, easy and simple. And when you do that, they will basically be sending you their contact information. What I've noticed a lot of times is that people just give either only their phone number or their email. try to ask them for the other one and add it to your CRM. When you ask for both of them, it's really useful in some situations where, let's say, you're trying to send them an email and they don't respond to your email, or it's something like urgent, like you have to close on it like within a day. You can just text them or maybe call them. And when you get their phone number or email from here, this is proof that they actually gave you permission to call them or send them an email. So definitely when you send a friend request and when you send this message, definitely try to ask for both. When they give you phone number only, let's say they just provide their phone number, be like, oh, also what's a good email for you? Because I usually email the properties. Something like that. Very simple, and you'll be able to basically get access to both of the tools, both email and phone number. I hope you have a CRM. That's like basically a system where you put all of those people's information. Actually, put in the chat, yes, if you have a CRM, if you're currently using a system to basically create profiles on people.
There's a lot of
great.
yeses.
And a lot of yeses. And I want to see the no's. If you don't have any CRM, I want to see how many people do not have a system like that. Okay, no. Oh, actually, a lot of no's. Interesting. Okay, sometimes no's are more important to see than yeses. So a lot of people don't have actually CRM. So just to quickly explain, that's the key of you succeeding. You need to have a system where you store all those people. You will have so many connections, you will not know where to basically have them. CRM is a platform that helps you to basically have all of those. It's basically customer relationship management. I believe that's what it stands for. You want to have those profiles that will basically give this information on them. It will give their name, their phone number, email, not the address, but where they are buying. So if they're buying in Phoenix, if they're buying in Houston, if they're buying in Chicago, it will basically say those markets. So you will be able to edit this. This is really customizable. You will be able to customize, have different fields. You can have notes. Excuse me. You can even have like the previous properties that they closed on. A lot of information that you can add. Here are the CRMs that I recommend. So the biggest one that I recommend is Podio. I don't know why this is only sending to House and Pounds, but Podio, okay. Podio is the biggest one that I say you use. And then there is another CRM that we actually started using that is also really good. It's called, let me just make sure the names, I don't get it wrong. Okay. It is, we just started using this and it's really useful. It's called Udo. So this is definitely another great platform that you can use. So Podio and Udo, choose one, don't complicate it. Just have one of them. Either Udo or CR or Podio. Also, I know Salesforce and Zoho have some other ones that are pretty useful. So definitely just choose the one that is useful for you. But I say Udo and Podio are probably the best. Also, there is another CRM called Close that's mainly like helping you to basically make those calls. So if you want to also use the CRM to make calls, I think you can go with close.io. They're pretty good. I prefer Podio and Udo because they're more of like CRMs that can actually connect with Close, because Close is more like a texting platform and you use it to text people and call them. I say if you have something like Udo and you can have like connections made, like automated connections made to Close or any other calling platform, that would definitely be the best. So yeah, those are the CRMs. Definitely open a CRM, and when you add buyers, just add them there. Every time you connect with a buyer, add their information there. Make sure you add not only their phone number and email, but also their criteria. So that's what I'm going to show you right now. So when you send this message of them just trying to get their phone number or email, here is what I would say you need to do. You need to message something like this. Great. Also, let's see. Also, what is your criteria? So you can be like any specific area, price range that you're looking for. Something like this, pretty simple. And what it does, it definitely helps you to collect as much information as possible about them. Data is gold. And if you can have, if you can have a lot of data on them, that's like the best way to go, because you want to make sure that you're sending them the right deals. And maybe if you're buying, let's say from them, that you know who to reach out to if you're interested in buying a specific deal. So when you ask them for their price range, for their specific area, or any, like if they're looking for multifamily, they're looking for single family, all that stuff, it's really, really useful. You will see later, you can basically filter out, and you can only see those responses that are people who are, for example, interested in single families, or people who are only interested in Houston. So you'll be able to filter those out in your CRM. So definitely ask for that. This is really, really important. And this is a process. It's like, don't think of this as just like you have to do it right away at first. You need to do it right away, but then it's a process. So keep asking people over time. If you haven't asked them about their criteria and you only got their phone number, just keep asking them, and ask them, like, even if it's been months, just ask them, like, hey, I'm curious, like, what's your criteria? I'm just trying to send you the best deals possible. So I think that's definitely the best way to go in terms of information that you have from them. So, okay, I think this is pretty much it in terms of like communication that you have with them, and the communication will just go so naturally. Some people might want to jump on a call with you and just want to like talk to you. So definitely, I say this is the best way to go. This is not the only way to go. You can definitely take it out of Facebook and LinkedIn and just make connections over the phone. Okay, so this is the messaging. Now let's get back to how you actually find those people. So a lot of people were asking me if I went with the new to the group. Why did I go with the new to the group first? The reason why I did that is because if, let's say, you're new in the market, you do not have that many connections, this is the best way to start, because you know these people just joined the group, so they're interested in probably purchasing something, getting a new deal. So definitely new to the group is the best way to start. Then when you make your connections with them, here is what you do. When you have a lot of mutual friends matter. When you have a lot of mutual friends, you go to something called members with things in common. So when you click on see all, this will show you all the members in this group who have things in common with you, which is mutual friends who are potentially investors, who are potentially in real estate, and just people who Facebook algorithm thinks you would be the best to connect with. So this is the best place to go afterwards when you already have a couple of connections. I say, when you're here, send friend requests to people who have at least 10 mutual friends. So 10 mutual friends is usually my goal. So definitely add people from the new to the group section. And then when you have a lot of mutual friends, this is what you do. You go to the members with things in common, and you just start sending friend requests to them. And now let's go back to the vetting process. So I'll show you how you vet people. Here is how you do it. So whenever I see someone like Matthew Rice, and it says that he has 7 mutual friends, he's friends with those people, and he works as real estate investor. So do you think this is the right person? Is this the best person I should reach out to? Like, what do you think? Yep, it is. It is the right person, because it literally says they are real estate investors. So I would not even do any more search. I know they're a real estate investor. I know they're in the Phoenix group. So what do? You just go ahead and send them a friend request. You send them a friend request. You have 7 mutual friends with them. They will most likely see your friend request, and they'll be like, oh, he had 7 mutual friends with me. Let me go and see who he is. Sometimes people message you back and they're like, hey, I just saw your friend request. How do we know each other? And then you can go with your template and be like, hey, I just saw you from this group. Just wanted to connect with you to see if you're interested in any deals. So that's the best way to go. So first look at what they work as here. And then if you don't see any information, so for example, here, I don't see any information. It just says the university that they went to. what I want you to do is I want you to basically hover over their profile, and I want you to open it in a new page. And when you open it in a new page, let's see. Here, when you open a new page, first of all, you will see their posts in this group, and you'll see the different people that they're friends with. What I want you to do, I want you to click on these three dots and do view main profile. When you click on view main profile, okay, now you see kind of what they do. You see their introduction, this is their main profile. So you did see their introduction, you see, oh, they started marketing, they live in this area. You do not see any info on like what they do. So maybe you want to kind of scroll down and see their posts. Seems like there's no real estate posts really. Let's see, there's school information. What I sometimes do, I do like, it doesn't let you here right now, but sometimes it will let you to see more of their introduction. But here it just basically shows you their info. Although she has 18 mutual friends with me, I personally would not go ahead and send friend request to her because there's no indication that she does real estate. Yes, she's part of this group, but there is no indication on her profile that she does real estate. Maybe later, when you connect with a lot of people and you do not have any more people to make connections with, which I guarantee you will not be in that situation because there's always someone to connect with. You will go back and see if the number of mutual friends adds up. But if not, I would just avoid. I would not send friend requests because again, you have very limited number of friends that you can send requests to. So I would go and let's say go down the list and see who are the other people that I can send friend requests to. So let's see. I see, for example, Austin. Okay, let's see. Let's see if Austin is a cash buyer. Okay, I click on his name and boom. I mean, from his profile right away, you can see experienced real estate enthusiast. Contact me for all your real estate needs. Perfect. So I can already tell they're actually in real estate. So I will go to their main profile. In their main profile, I see, okay, they're co-founder of Rocket Lead Services. They're CEO and founder of Cash for Houses. Boom. That's all you need. They are a CEO in a company that basically buys houses. You have only 4 mutual friends, but you know they're actually a cash buyer. So I would just go ahead and send them a friend request. And here is a quick, cool thing. You will be stuck in this web of mutual friends that you don't realize yet. But this is what's going to happen. When you send friend request, it's going to show you people you may know section, which is another of my favorite sections. So here you see all these different people. They might be your family, friends. I don't know, some of you might be here, but those are people who are potentially related and they might be doing something in real estate. So these are people who algorithm thinks are related to Austin or are related to something that Austin is interested in. So what I do, I just go through their profile. So for example, look, Phil Blackwood has 23 mutual friends. Let me go to his profile and see who he is. Okay, look, right away, he's a real estate agent, salesperson at Magnolia Real Estate. And he's a CEO at Foster House, which is a real estate company. And then I see, oh, he's making all those posts about real estate. Yes, he is a real estate investor. So I will go ahead and send him a friend request. And when you send this friend request, then you see like more of them appear on the bottom. So you'll see like this list of friend requests, and it's going to be just this maze of like, you see so many people you may know, and you just go through them. A lot of them are actually investors, and the more friends you add, the more people you add in the industry, the more of those mutual friends are going to add up, and more of those people you may know are going to actually show up as people who are you're interested in. So here on the side, you also see suggestions. This is like a third way. Now, we've seen the Facebook groups. I will go back and show you a couple of more things on Facebook groups, but you've seen how to basically go from Facebook groups. You just keep going through people's profiles and sending them friend requests. Then you saw how you can kind of go through people you may know. And this is another one, which is called suggestions. It's a section. You just have to go facebook.com, friends, suggestions. That's how you find it, basically. It's going to show you different people that are potentially related to what you're doing. So for example, let's start with the first one. John Curtis. Let's see. It says founder of Revenue Launch, former director of sales at Sub2. Okay. So he is someone who is maybe in real estate. What we can do is we can go to his website, like revenue launch, and see what it is. And just that way we'll be able to identify who he is. And then you just do add friend and go ahead and just move forward. Go and send like friend requests to all these other people. This is like one of the best ways to actually send, like connect with people. So this is third one. So we did Facebook group members, we did people you may know, and we did suggestions. So here is a fourth way how you can find common people. Go to someone who you know is big in real estate. For example, I went to Lucas Walls, who I know he's pretty big in St. Louis, Missouri. So Lucas, if you're here, hey, if you're not, and everyone knows Lucas, he's an awesome person, really great in real estate. Definitely, he has like 2,800 friends. So when you connect with them, you'll be able to see all those other friends that they have. So I would say identify a couple of great real estate investors or realtors or people that you are you believe are related to real estate. Go to their page, go to their friends, and now you'll be able to see real people who are in real estate and who are potentially going to be interested in what you're offering. So yeah, for example, Missy, it looks like she works for Faster House and Magnolia, which is a real estate company. So add friend. Then go to next. Okay, Kelsey, you have to go to the account and see who she is. And then, for example, Tim Grimmett. Okay, let's see. Let's go to his account. So open a new page. Let's see who he is. He is coaching professional and personal discovery, entrepreneurial development. Okay. And let's just, you can kind of go down and see what they're interested in. They might have done something in real estate. So I see there, oh, look at that. Someone closed the deal and he's posting about it. So definitely someone who is in real estate. I would go ahead and send a friend request to them and just do that basically with all the other people. Just go down the list and send friend requests to all those people who have mutual friends. The more people you add, the more mutual friends you're going to have. At some point, it's going to be like, oh, you have 200 mutual friends with this person. Oh, you have 300 mutual friends with this person. The more mutual friends you have, it means the more likely they're interested in what you're offering, and also more likely that they will accept your friend request. So I would say definitely this is one of the best ways to do. This is how we started, actually. We used to not do Facebook groups. We didn't do people you may know. We only basically went through the most famous people in real estate. We went through their friends and we just sent friend requests to the people who are related to them. If you can do that, and it actually, if you can do that, like you will already be set from the beginning. And also one interesting thing, when you're connected with them, it gives you validity, because what it shows is that, oh, when someone sees your friend request, they're like, oh, Lucas is friends with this person. So it gives me validity. It's like, oh, if I trust Lucas, then I probably will trust the person who is sending me a friend request. So definitely go ahead, connect with those pretty successful people in real estate. And some of them don't have to be as big as, let's say, Jamil Pace or Grant Cardone. Like, you don't have to go that big. You can go just simply to a realtor in your area or a cash buyer, one of your friends. Just connect with each other, send each other friend requests, send each other connection requests on all those platforms, and just go through each other's connections and be able to basically connect with more people. That's the best way to go. I've seen this work really well. The number of friend requests that have been accepted while I do it from their mutual friends is way higher than from members in a group that you don't even know that, and they might not even have that many connections with you. I know I'm going really fast because I have a lot of things to show you guys, but let me know, Emily, if there's any common questions that we saw or any intriguing questions that you kind of want to ask about within this segment.
I think we're still good. I think you should just keep going. I think you're just answering a lot of them as I see them come up.
Perfect. Okay, so let's move forward. So this is, I think this is the fourth strategy on Facebook. Now let me show you the fifth one. And this is pretty good. Let's say I go to St. Louis, right? And boom, here is like right away on the front page, you already see the strategy. So a lot of the people in this group post about, oh, they have these deals, drop your email here if interested. You can do the same. Don't feel like you cannot post on groups. You're a member in that group. They accepted you. You're part of a community in that group. So feel free to go ahead and make a post in this group. And this is what I do. You click on write something here. So you go to the discussion area of the page. So St. Louis Multifamily Investing. That's a group that I've been part of for a long time. You go to write something. And here you write something like this. You can just go, actually, here's the thing. You can go something like, hey everyone, or you can just skip it. You can be like, I have a couple of off-market properties in, let's see, in St. Louis, and let's see, I have a couple of off-market properties in St. Louis and around the suburbs. DM me or drop email below for more info, something like this. And you can choose a cool background. I usually go with like something that's pretty visible. I would say when you choose a background, go something like this. This is the most successful one I've seen, like a pretty appealing background, like on the back, like bright background on the back, or it can be darker, it doesn't really matter. But I've seen this white text on a bright background is usually working out the best. And you basically put this, and then it will be really visible on people's pages when they go through their timeline. It will be really visible to all of them. So something like this. I have a couple of off-market properties in St. Louis and around the suburbs. DM me or drop me below for more info. Pretty simple. Or you can go even more. You can be more open about it. You can be like, something like this. So with this message, let me just show you. With this one, you're looking for people who are interested in buying. But what if you're interested in people who are selling stuff? So you can be like looking for off-market properties in around St. Louis. Feel free to DM me or send them my way. Something like this. Send them, DM me and send them feel free to DM me and send them my way. Or you can be like, or drop your email. You can be like, feel free to drop your email below or send them or DM them. Send them my way or DM them. Doesn't matter. This is like a process. You like figure out what words to use. It takes some time to like figure out, okay, should I use this word? Should I use that word? Like, don't be scared to like use just common language. It's the best way to go, but definitely just craft as short as possible, no longer than 2 sentences of what you're interested in. And this way you'll be able to basically build your sellers list. So you'll have a list of people who are interested in selling. So when you're interested in buying deals, you can just reach out to them. And if they message you on Facebook, you can already have those connection on Facebook, and because you already have a message from them. Other than this, you can also, so let me actually, before moving that, when you make this post, you will start getting a lot of comments. What I want you to do is when people start commenting, they will be commenting something like this. So this person made a post, and let's look at the comments. So people are going to be putting their emails down. They'll be making all this like posts about like with their emails, or they might even post something like, I'm interested, DM me, but you'll see this list of emails that people are putting. What I don't want you to do, I do not want you to be just like copying and pasting them and just basically putting in your CRM right away. I say, put it in your CRM, but mark it as that you do not have a connection with them yet, because they just dropped their email here, but you did not like get their phone number. You did not get a criteria from them. So what I do is I basically hover over their name, do message, and message something like this. Hi, Vince. Thanks for dropping down your email under my post. What's a good phone number for you so I can send you those deals? Something like this. Just very personable. Like just take this approach of just talking to them, like basically you're connecting with them, you want to be friends with them, you want to make business with them. And when you send that message, after doing that, and this is important, after you send them a message first, and then afterwards you reply on their email and be like, check your DMs, something like this. So that way, what will happen is that a lot of the times when you send them a message, it goes to a spam folder. Since you're not connected with them, sometimes you don't have mutual friends, it goes to spam. They will not see it. What happens is that when you do check your DMs, they go and open your message and they sometimes see it in the spam folder. And that way they basically will be able to see your message. And don't say check your DM and then go to send a text, because what if you forget to send a text, or what if you're like trying to text and then they're checking at that time? So send the text first and then go and reply to their comment and just message them, hey, just check your DMs. They will get a notification that you replied to their comment, and that way they will already start having this connection with you. And you see a lot of people here basically who are putting their emails down. You can connect with all of those people. This is like, so the fifth strategy I suggested was actually you making the post. But a sixth strategy on Facebook is going under those people's posts, and they already have made the post. You already see, oh, this is potentially multifamily, seller financing. Okay, he's an agent, be also the buyer's agent. Excuse me. That gives you some good understanding of who they are. And the people already message underneath. You can just go ahead and do something like this. You can just go and message them and be like, hey, Vince. So this is when you go under someone else's post. So this is the no. Absolutely do not go and copy those emails and send it, put it in your CRM and send them emails if they haven't posted under your post. If it's under someone else's post, you have to get their outright consent before sending them anything. Because again, those platforms will ban you. The way to prove that they actually consented you is sending them a message. So when later, let's say MailChimp asks you to show how you got their consent, you'll be able to go back, find that message you sent them, and show that to MailChimp. You will not be able to go and find this post back, and this is not even your post. Like, they did not consent you, they consented this person to send properties. So what I do, I go and see something like this. Hey, Vince, I saw you're interested in off-market deals in St. Louis, for example. I have a lot in the pipeline, something like this. Can be very simple. I have a lot in the pipeline and would love to show you what I got, something like that. And then you can be like, what's a good email and phone number for you? Something like this will definitely get their attention, and you can actually go ahead and send them a friend request here so they know you try to connect with them, and then they'll see your message and they'll be like, oh, this person is interested in maybe buying or selling something. Excuse me. So this is definitely a great way to go ahead and do, and I think you'll be able to find a lot of good people who are interested in buying properties through this way. Those people who put their emails here, they're actively looking for deals. So that's why reaching out as soon as possible to them will be the best way to go, because they might have the money and they're interested in buying something right away. So when you seize that moment and you reach out to them right away, you will be able to basically get a deal or two done during that time.
Hey,
So
Hakob.
yeah, this is, yes.
I'm seeing a couple questions about what do I do if I'm new and have nothing in my pipeline or no properties to share? Like when you make the
that's a good
post.
question.
Yeah.
That's a good question. You do not have to connect with those people only when you already have properties. You obviously want to connect with them before. So here's kind of a text that I would say. I would say, hi, Vince. So this is if you're new and you do not have any properties yet, but you're trying to connect with them. Be like, hi, Vince. I saw in a real estate group that you're interested in off-market properties. I get some properties in St. Louis and would love to send them your way as soon as I get one. Something like this. You can be like, hey, I do deals in this area. I and I will be able to send you anything when I get it. So don't be like, oh, I don't have deals right now. Just be like, hey, I get deals in this area. If you want, I can send you anytime I get a deal. Just let me know what's your email or phone number. Very simple like that. And that will help you initially to actually build your list. And they will definitely, and then whenever you have a deal, you'll be able to send them, be like, hey, I just got a deal, check this out. So definitely don't feel like you cannot connect with people because you don't have deals yet. Connect with both sellers and buyers. And this is a good thing. When you connect with sellers, you can be like something like, hi, for example, if he's a seller, right? You can be like, hi, Vince, I'm interested in getting some off-market properties in the area. Let me know what you have, or what's a good email for you, something like that. And you'll be able to get properties from people. And if you connect with agents, that's also not a great way, because those agents might have connections with investors. You can be like, hey, if you work with any investors, let me know if they have any properties, like send my way anything that they have. Agents are actually going to be really useful when you're just starting. They're usually the best way to go because they work already with investors. They have those relationships, and yes, you have to pay them their agent fee, but they're a really, really good connection because they already have a bunch of experience with experienced investors. They actually work with investors who have hundreds of deals. So we're doing like a lot of deals all the time. So you will be able to make those connections. You'll be able to sell your deals to those investors, to agents, and you can buy stuff from them. And a lot of those agents actually have connections with ordinary people. So you can be literally direct to seller to some extent. Of course, you're going through an agent, but you can get a direct connection with someone who's trying to sell their house. And it's not in the best shape, but they're trying to just get rid of it right away. Agents are the way to go. It's usually harder to find someone that's selling their house on those groups because they're usually not in those groups. They're usually going through the traditional methods of, having a agent and then trying to sell it through them. So definitely utilize agents to find a lot of deals. Any other questions about this?
Darren asked,
yeah.
Sorry. Darren asked, would an opt-in form be a good thing as a part of your buyer onboarding?
Yes. I think we've done that before. If you want to open a website, go ahead and do that, and then you can have like a form in that website, or maybe you can just do like a Google Forms, and you can send it to them, be like, hey, just fill out your criteria here quickly. So they could have something like their name, email, phone number, criteria, their any specific criteria they have, and then you could use that for your CRM. I think it's more influential when you actually talk to them and you kind of connect with them over text, because when you send them a poll or like a survey, it just seems like, or an opt-in form, it just seems like you are another company trying to get their information. But when you actually text them, when you email them, when you call them, or message them on Facebook, that feels a little bit more authentic, and it feels like you're actually doing business with them. And sometimes they just send you those deals right away, or you can send them deals right away over text. So it's definitely way better to connect with them through those platforms and communicate through those platforms. But absolutely, if you want to do a opt-in form, go ahead and do it. Like both.
Yeah, I like that. I like that you said that on the second part, because Jamil and Brittany were saying yesterday that a lot of buyers are super busy and they won't fill it out. Like they'll be turned off by it. So
yep, definitely. You choose whichever one you want to do. We've seen more success basically with just personal connections. I mean, it just works. It does wonders. Like you make business connections with them, and then you just kind of go ahead and get those deals done. Okay, we're like really short on time, so we have still some time, but I want to give you time for questions and answers. So let me just move ahead and see what else. I think Facebook, this is pretty much it. This is pretty much all you need to do for Facebook. If you can do this, you're already ahead, like in the game, like you're ahead of most of the people. And all like 530 of you here, if you can just like use this and utilize it to the best of your ability, create systems around it, connect it with your CRM, connect with those people, make sure you have their criteria, and put their criteria in your CRM. You're like ready to go. This will be like definitely really useful. Okay, so I'll go ahead and actually close all those pages because I am done with Facebook. So we're done with Facebook. This is pretty much all you need to do on Facebook. There's a lot of other strategies. If you find something, definitely feel free to share with others, but this is the best way to go in Facebook. Now let me show you another wonderful tool which actually helped us generate the most leads, which is LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, this is how you do it. You basically go to the search area and you search the following terms. You can search anything along those lines. So you can search something like real estate. You can do like real estate investor. I would start from there. And then when you do real estate investor, boom, you already have a lot of people. There's a lot of people. You want to click on see all people results. When you click on see all people results, you see, oh, about 146,000 of them are there. We don't want to like connect with all of the people like here right away. We want to do the following. So we want to go to connections, select second, do show results. When you do that, that way it will show you only people who are mutual friends with you. So the second connection on LinkedIn, just so you know, first are the people who are basically, you are friends with them, your direct connection with them. Second are basically people who you have connections with. So that would be anyone that you have mutual friends with, at least one friend. And then third would be people that you have absolutely no connection with. We want to go for people who you're not connected with and people who you have a lot of friends with. So we'll select second for that and only second. Then select location, and location will be something like Phoenix, Arizona, for example. So that's where I live. Show results. Let's see. Okay, now it's showing 142 people who are investors in Phoenix. And look at that. Look at who is the #1 investor on LinkedIn that shows up. That's Jamil. So that's actually pretty awesome. And I believe I'm connected with him. I'm not connected with him. Okay, I guess I need to connect with Jamil on LinkedIn. So yeah, there's a lot of other people that you can see now. And the rules are pretty similar with LinkedIn and Facebook. The number of connections you send, I don't want you to send more than about 30 connections in a day. I would say LinkedIn is a little bit more like open on those connections. It's not as strict as Facebook. So I would say definitely send. I'm hearing some people saying they can't see my screen. Emily, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen. I saw one other comment like that, and I just suggested they leave and then come back. I think it's just a Zoom thing, but a lot of people can see it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I see a lot of people can see it. Try to maximize it. There should be an option to maximize it so it's like full screen. But yeah, and even if there's an issue, I think you'll be getting the video, so you'll be able to see it in the video. So, okay, connections. You send connections to people who you have mutual friends with. So you want to have at least like 5 to 10 mutual friends. When you just start, you won't have that many mutual friends. So just send mutual friends to people to start with. So I would just connect. You do basically go down to the list and you just click connect and boom, they're connected, send. You can add a note if you want. I usually don't, but you can add a note and be like, hey, I'm an investor interested in connecting with you. And then you do send and boom, it's gone. So it's showing as pending. Just go down the list and send all those requests to all those people. And then there's other pages. So you go to second page, third page. Again, don't send more than 30 a day. Start with very low numbers. So go about maybe, I would say 5, 10 a day, and then just go kind of build your way up from there. So you connect with that. Then when you're done with this, there's 142 results. You can search something else. You can search something like real estate agent. Boom, there is 808 results. So you can go ahead and send friend requests to all those people that are agents, and that way you can again connect with them and the people who they are connected with, the people who are cash basically they're sellers, they're home sellers, direct people who are selling. So you'll be able to connect with a lot of those people through agents. I know in KeyGlee we work with agents all the time. They're definitely the most successful people to work with. We have had massive success working with agents, and we've probably sold more deals through agents, mainly at the beginning, than we used to do through direct investors. So definitely go ahead and do it. Connect with a lot of those agents. You can search something like realtor. Look, we have another 800 people who are identified as realtor. So that's the great thing about LinkedIn compared to Facebook, is that on Facebook, you cannot search based on their profession or based on any keywords. You used to be able to do that. They used to have that functionality, but now they do not have that. So LinkedIn is kind of replacing that. So now on LinkedIn, you'll be able to actually search based on the profession they have. And you can be really creative in the way you do this, like realtor, real estate agent, investor. You can do maybe something like, if you want to do JV deals, you can even do like real estate wholesaler. Boom, there's at least 26 people you can connect with. And sometimes even like making your area a little bit bigger could help. So in the location, if instead of Phoenix, Arizona, let's say I selected Arizona, United States, maybe instead of 26, I see 50, so double the amount. So definitely you can select where you want. If you want to go specifically for your market where you're doing it, I would say go specifically in the city. If not, then select the main area. And then there's a greater Phoenix area. So if it's like greater Phoenix area, I believe it should show you definitely a good number too. So this is how you do it. Then when those people accept your request, what you do is that you can go to my network, which is here. And I see a lot of people are already sending me requests on LinkedIn. I'll go ahead and accept them later. What you do is that you will have a section where, let's see. So there's a lot of things here, so I'll explain you all of it. But there is basically a way how you see people that accepted your friend requests. And when you do, I believe it's here. Oh, no, it's in the, so it's in the connections. So when you go to connections, you'll be able to see all the people that were recently added. So select recently added, and you'll see all those people who accepted your request. And what I do, I just go down the list, I do message, and I just tag those people. I message them. Excuse me, really similar to what you do on Facebook. But it's going to be something like this. Hey, Anthony, I found you through a real estate search on LinkedIn. I have off-market properties in the area and would love to show them to you if you're interested. Something like this, very simple. Hey, Anthony, I found you through a real estate search on LinkedIn. I have off-market properties in the area and would love to show them to you if you're interested. Pretty simple, something like that. Or you can be like, hey, Anthony, thanks for connecting. You can introduce something like this. I'm a local real estate investor and I have off-market properties in the area. Let me know if you're interested in seeing them. Something like this. Or if you're interested in buying deals, like, thanks. Hey, Anthony, let's say you connect with an agent. Hey, Anthony, thanks for connecting. Like, I'm a local investor and would love to see any deals that you or your sellers, you or any sellers that you work with have. Something like this. Feel free to send them my way. Something like that. Pretty simple. You kind of just go down the list and you message them, and when they send you a message back, just go ahead and kind of start your conversation. Again, ask for their email, phone number, ask for their criteria. One way when they accept your friend request that you can see their information is actually, you go here and you go to something like contact info. Oh, excuse me, contact info, and boom, you see their information. So here, for example, you cannot see anything from him. That's going to be the case for a lot of people. But let me show you an example of someone who actually has their information, because that's really, really useful. Because you can actually have their phone number and email, excuse me, here, perfect. Chris Bora, for example. Phone number, boom, it's here. Email, boom, it's here. What you can do, you don't, of course, you don't want to just collect the phone number and email and go and edit your CRM and send them deals. You want to talk to them first and be like, hey, Chris, I'm so that you're investor in this area, or you can be like, hey, I saw that you're an agent. I just want to connect and see if you're interested in seeing the deals I have, or I just want to see if you have any deals. And then when you talk to them, you can be like, is this email or is this phone number good for you? Good. So you like connect, for example, phone number, you copy paste it. Okay, you can be like, is this phone number good? And you just send them the phone number. And that way they will just be like, yes. And you can go ahead and add the phone number. So LinkedIn makes it a little bit easier. So instead of asking them, oh, what's your email? Or what's your phone number? You already have it. So you just have to ask them and you have to just verify. Is this the right phone number that I should use? Is this the right email that I should use? And boom, you just go ahead and add their information. So, excuse me. So yeah, that's definitely the best way on LinkedIn to do. We've generated so many leads here. We've connected with so many great investors through LinkedIn. If you can just basically create systems, create a strategy, how you want to get those people on LinkedIn, you can get a lot of people, a lot of connections you can make, and you can close deals within days if you do it through here. So I see all your hearts and celebrations. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm more than happy to like share all of this with you. Like, we have so much knowledge about this space, and that's why Jamil, me, and everyone else, Braid, and everyone else here is there for you to actually give you all this knowledge and share with you the strategies that we're using. They're actually helping us to be pretty successful in this space. So definitely let me know if you have any questions. So let's actually, I believe this is the part of LinkedIn. Let me show you one more thing before we move on to questions about LinkedIn. When you go to this My Network area here, okay, now I see a lot of those requests. So everyone send me some requests. Shout out to you. I'll go ahead and accept them in a second. You will actually get a lot of requests like this from a lot of people. So a lot of people in your area are going to start sending you requests, and go ahead and accept them. Go ahead and connect with those people who are in real estate, because a lot of them are in real estate and they found you in the same way you found them. So it's all mutual. Go ahead and accept their requests and go ahead and kind of connect with them. So let's see. This is the second way how I do it here. So I go through this section called People You May Know. It's a great strategy. You basically see all those people who are recommended. So you usually see people who are related to something that you connected with. So for example, those are all people who work for New Age Education. I do not want that. I want some people that I don't know. So popular in your network, that's something, this is going to be more like famous people, but it's going to be like people you may know from UWC. That's the college I went to. So that's my college. You have to scroll down. You see a lot of different criterias. When you start sending friend requests and when you start connecting with people in the real estate, and actually when you add, let's say, real estate investor in your profile, here, this is where you're going to see a lot of people you may know with similar roles. So that's the area where you will see a lot of other real estate investors. And you click on see all, and it will just show you a list of all those people you can connect with. Just go ahead and connect with them. Keep in mind the number of friend requests you can send in a day. Then there is a section called people you may know in Greater Phoenix area. Those are people living in Phoenix. When you connect with a lot of people, it's going to build this database in the basically LinkedIn's or Facebook's algorithm that's going to say that, oh, these are type of people we're connected with. Okay, they're real estate investors. Oh, they're realtors. Oh, they're going to create like a tag for you. Oh, this person is interested in real estate. Oh, they're interested in real estate investing. Oh, they're interested in real estate investing in Phoenix. So they'll have all these different tags on you. And I love Facebook's and LinkedIn's algorithm. A lot of people hate it, but I say, if you can use it for your business, go ahead. Like, I love seeing people recommended to me who I'm interested in. I love Facebook knowing about me so they can actually send me stuff that helps them to identify who I'm interested in connecting with. Same way with ads. I'm really interested in seeing ads that I'm interested in. I would rather see ads that match my interest than see random ads that I'm not even interested in. You are going to see ads. You are going to see people recommended to you. Make it work for you. So make it to be actually people who you personally want to connect with. So yeah, I say definitely utilize this. Connect with as many people who are related to you or what you're trying to do as possible, and just make those algorithms find their way to you. So yeah, this is another way. People you may know, you go down, there's so many different things. It's like a whole, basically a net where you can just get lost in like different ways how you can connect with people. So definitely utilize this, and you'll see great success. You'll have so many connections and so many deals to do. You will like be surprised. Okay, let's go ahead and now go to the questions. Any questions about LinkedIn? And Emily, feel free to help me in identifying those questions.
Yes, let me look through these. Everyone wanted to see your profile.
My profile.
To see your description and info and what it looks like.
Oh, perfect. Let me show you actually my profile. And actually something important, make sure you have a full profile. Make sure you actually fill out the space of what you do. Make sure like your profile is not empty, because when someone goes to your profile, they actually want to see something like this. They want to see like what you actually do, what city you live in, maybe what school you went to, what company you're working for. I've actually seen a lot of success with schools. If you've gone to college, great. If you haven't, no problem. But if you've gone to college, sometimes, let's say if you go to a big school like University of Alabama or University of Houston, a lot of people are like, oh, you went to my university, like, oh, go Gators, or go whoever your school's mascot was. So they're like, there's this connection that you automatically make. It's like you have a community that you're part of that you don't even know about. So they are definitely a great way to relate. But this is my profile. It's just like, I have my description of my experience. I have like, okay, I'm currently doing this, but I worked as director of intake systems before in KeyGlee Investments. And this is the information, this is what I did. This is the school I went to, this is what I did, this is where I worked. And then this is the education I got. So there's some skills I have, and just recommendations, honors, awards, just like fill it up, like languages you speak, like try to put as many things as possible. So when someone goes to your page, it's not an empty picture, it's not an empty profile, it's actually a human being. So yeah.
There was
Any
a lot
other questions?
There was a lot of questions about creating a business page rather than their personal Facebook page. I know we kind of touched on like it looks good to be a human, but there were some people that didn't want to use their personal Facebook. So like, what is your advice on that?
I would definitely say use your personal profile. You can have a business profile if you want to, but it's much easier to actually connect with people through your own profile and build your like own profile. You can have a business profile, all good. Go ahead and do that. But being like a little bit more authentic through your own profile, I think is better. I've noticed definitely more success with that. And I say when you make connections with those people, you want to maintain those connections over a long time. With business profiles, sometimes, let's say those algorithms figure out like you're a bot, like they might think you're a bot. You're not, but you're perceived to be because you're sending too many like messages and friend requests. Your personal profile is kind of a hedge against that, because in your personal profile, you actually have a lot of other things. You have a lot of connections who are not specifically from that one field. So I say my recommendation is going through a personal profile rather than a business. But again, it's up to you.
Somebody asked if there was a limit on LinkedIn, like there was with Facebook.
Yes, definitely don't send more than 30 messages or friend requests in a day. I say when you first start, send about 3 to 5 friend requests, and messages, just reply to whoever accepts your friend request. Don't go over like 20 in a day. But when you get a little bit more like mature in LinkedIn, so maybe after a month or two, you can go to like about maybe up to 3 months, honestly, even better. You can go to up to 30 messages and basically friend requests every day.
What would you recommend if somebody's current job has nothing to do with real estate and they're just getting into the real estate world? How can they make themselves look experienced or real estate involved?
Yes, definitely. I say your description on your page is really important. So you can have something like, if, for example, my title says business development manager at New Age Education, which I am. But if I want to show them, oh, I'm interested in real estate, I'm interested in buying real estate, maybe you can change that to real estate investor. And you can be like real estate investor dash business development manager. So it can show that you're actually both investing and you have a full-time job. And also in your description on your personal page, definitely you want to write down, I'm interested in purchasing real estate deals, or I'm getting into real estate. I would say don't say that you're just getting into, or maybe actually that can be good sometimes when people try to kind of help you. But if you want to show that you have experience, just be like real estate investor in Phoenix, connect if you have any deals. So basically all that shenanigans. But you can definitely, you can have personal and business LinkedIn in one place.
Okay. From your personal experience, would you say LinkedIn is more effective than Facebook or the other way around?
LinkedIn is more effective in connecting with professionals and connecting with people who are basically interested in buying right away. We've noticed a lot of our buyers are from LinkedIn, more buyers from LinkedIn than Facebook. And LinkedIn is easier. It's much easier to use than Facebook. And it's faster to connect with a lot of those people than it is on Facebook. So Facebook is going to take a lot of time. LinkedIn is going to take a lot of time too. But I believe on LinkedIn, you will be able to connect with people faster than you're going to be able to connect on Facebook. However, in terms of messaging people, I prefer Facebook more, because when you message people on Facebook, they get your message like on your phone, on their phone, and you get the responses back on your phone. So there is no like, oh, you have to go check an email, or you have to open an app like LinkedIn, where LinkedIn doesn't show you messages. So I say maybe messaging, Facebook is the best, but connecting with people who are like professionals or interested in buying stuff right away, I've seen LinkedIn to be more successful.
This one's kind of funny. When we DM or friend request, do we send a written note saying we have mutual friends, or is that creepy?
Actually, it's not creepy. You can say, hey, I saw you were connected with Jamil in this area. Like, I'm in his group and I'm interested in finding any deals in the area. Let me know if you have anything. Or you can be like, oh, I have deals. You're connected with, I don't know, Josiah, just wanted to see if you have any deals. So definitely you can mention their name. And Jamil always says, leverage his name. Like, you can literally use his name everywhere to show that, oh, you're part of his community. Oh, you're one of like the people that basically works with Jamil. So use his name, be like, hey, I work with Jamil. I know you're connected, we have mutual friends, all that stuff. It definitely works out, and it's absolutely not creepy to mention that you have mutual friends with specific people.
Awesome. Okay. I know we have you for 3 more minutes. There's a lot of requests for the daily limits one more time. Maybe we can type it in the chat so they can copy it down.
Okay. If you want to type, Emily, so
yes,
starting with Facebook.
Yeah.
3 friend, let's say 5 friend requests a day to start with.
Mm-hmm.
And then add 5 every week, 5 more every week. So 5, 10, 15 until 30. And then stop at 30.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it. 30 a day. With messages, it's going to be basically just respond to whatever messages you get. There is no limit at first, because you're sending them friend requests and then they're going to accept. So friend messages, no more than 20 though. So no more than 20 messages in a day. And then increase that number to 30 most in a day within the next couple of weeks.
So no more than 20 in a day. And then what was it?
And then 30 the most. So 30 friend requests the most, just to make it simple. 30 messages and 30 friend requests the most.
Okay.
And then the same thing for LinkedIn. It's pretty much similar. 30 is the maximum. You can go over 30 with friend requests. With messages, I would not recommend, but with connections, feel free to go all the way up to like 40.
All righty. I think that's it, guys. I'm gonna
Awesome.
go ahead and put your Instagram in the chat so people can connect with you there. I know you guys already got his Facebook and his LinkedIn, so that's awesome. Hakob, thank you so much. You did amazing and you provided so much value. I know that a lot of people learned a lot, so thank you.
Of course, I was super happy to be here, guys. I was really excited to share with you all the strategies. I really hope this will be able to help you to just generate like so many leads and start your businesses going. If you're new, definitely going to help you to get your business going right away. And if you're not new, you're already experienced, is going to just expand your platform basically. And I'm sorry, we didn't have time to go over bigger pockets, but I think Facebook and LinkedIn are pretty good. So maybe in the next time I'll go over bigger pockets, but it's very similar. Just register and connect with people. But Facebook and LinkedIn, now you know the way to go. So go there and get those deals done.
Yeah, I love that. Alrighty, guys. So make sure you come back tomorrow for day 3. Mahmoud is going to wrap us up, and he has a really awesome show planned for us. As always, he's super systematic and knowledgeable, and like you can learn so much from that guy. So we will see you tomorrow, same place, same time. Hakob, have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you for your time and your knowledge. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. See you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for watching another one of my YouTube videos. Now it's your turn to go out and take some action. But before you do, like and subscribe to my channel because the law of reciprocity means you owe me.